Now this video is going to be a little bit complicated since I am using two devices at the same time, and the main sound is coming from the bigger screen, which is the iPad Pro 12.9 inch 3rd generation. So that device will be in the top right corner. That will be supporting HDR, except when I switch out to the 2nd generation smaller iPad Pro, which you see right here. Otherwise, it'll be on the bottom left of the screen, right about here. And it'll never have HDR because it's running off my Elgato Game Capture HD60 Pro and not the 4K 60. So I wanted to make this video to showcase the differences between 1080p and 4K HDR only supported on the 3rd generation iPad. If you are using the 2nd generation iPad, yours might be bigger, or the 1st generation iPad Pro, neither one of them support HDR. Only this device supports HDR. So I just want to get that out there before you guys run off and spend $1,000 to $2,000 on a new iPad Pro. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another WWE Mayhem video. And in this video, I want to compare the differences between my iPad Pro and also my new iPad Pro. So we're going to go into the Veterans Day event, and we're going to pick the same insane difficulty. I don't know why it's 0%, maybe because I haven't actually played the event on this account. I'm not really sure. It is showing I have 600,000 coins. I do have 600,000 coins, and I'm not really sure why. We're just kind of doing this for a test here, and to kind of show off. And the reason I wanted to make this test, I want to show you guys the graphical differences between both devices. So you can see the progress right here, and you can see all the progress right here. So we're on this match right here, and you can see like the colors are so much more vibrant on the new iPad. I mean, look at how much difference there is with the HDR. So let's look right now. We're going to go start a match on both, and we're going to hit start at the same time. And I'm going to show you guys the difference between the big boy iPad and the little guy. So you see you hit both at the same time. And look how much faster the iPad Pro is. Easily about 1.5 seconds quicker on the new iPad Pro. Now, it's still a great amount of time on the 10.5 inch iPad Pro, but you're going to see slightly quicker load times. And we're going to try to set it up to where we win a match at the same time. And we'll end the match around the same time. So there we have that. Let's get off the Styles Clash on Bautista. And it's going to put him at 0, so let's try for the double pin. And when we actually hit load, I'm going to show you guys the difference in load times between both devices. Why am I making this video? Well, I want to give you guys a decision. Is it worth upgrading to the brand new 12.9 inch iPad, or should you just stick with the 10.5, which you probably should if you already own it. But boom, we hit on both. Yeah, about 1 second difference using the new iPad versus the old one down here. But it's still pretty dang fast. I mean, if you compare it to a Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, it's miles ahead of the Android devices. So if you have an iPad Pro 2nd generation, you really need to spend $1,800 to upgrade to the 3rd generation? No. But keep in mind, you are gaining HDR by using the new iPad Pro. If we use the same device in my other iPad, let's switch the devices out. Alright, so now the big boy iPad is down below, and you can see, for some reason it's actually having trouble rendering it, but you can see there is no HDR. Okay, so look at Ali right here, and look at Kurt Angle. So everything looks normal. You can see there's no HDR. Alright, so now we have both devices plugged back in, and as you can see, the new 12.9 inch, that I just turned off, the brand new 12.9 inch iPad Pro right here does have HDR when you're streaming and making content, so colors are going to stand out a lot more. This is also the same way with King of Fighters All-Star. So if you go right here in the iPad Pro, we're going to go into the settings. And when you go into the new iPad Pro, you can see that the 4K 60 Pro MK2 actually supports high dynamic range. So the colors are going to stand out more. So if we go to standard dynamic range, and it's going to boot out. All right, so now when you boot in, as you can see, the high dynamic range is gone. So you can turn that off. But yeah, high dynamic range and the Elgato 4K is really good. Okay, so we're going to turn the HDR back on. And now you can see the color differences. So let's go do another match. And for some reason my Elgato is like cutting in and out. I'm not sure why. Must not have a wire in all the way. There you go. So you can see the colors stand out even more. There is definitely a difference between the 12.9-inch iPad Pro with HDR and the original that does not have HDR. So, are colors a big thing? No, but they do make a difference. Okay, having HDR does make your colors stand out a little bit more, and it just feels a little bit different. Now, you're not going to notice this on your actual iPad, but you're definitely going to notice this when you're actually making content, as the colors just stand out so much more. I don't know why there's like no HDR on like the actual display of the iPad Pro, but it can output from the Elgato 4K. So it is a nice little touch. It does add some color to the videos, and if you have an HDR supported TV, you are definitely going to notice a difference in picture quality. So I wanted to make this little quick video regarding WWE Mayhem on both devices, because as of the next update, you're probably not going to be able to do this anymore, as supposedly they fixed the multiple device things. But I want to show you guys what HDR looks like on WWE Mayhem and HDR not supported on the original Elgato 60. So if you have a second generation iPad, there's absolutely no reason to get an Elgato 4K. You're not going to get HDR on the device. We can, however, test that, but I'm pretty sure it does not work. Yep, so when you go into display and brightness on the smaller iPad Pro, there is no setting for 4K 60 Pro, so you have to have the new iPad Pro in order to take advantage of HDR. So if you like this video showcasing WWE Mayhem on my iPad Pro 3rd generation and 2nd generation, along with 4K HDR and the regular gameplay, please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, and as a favorite, check out my other WWE Mayhem videos playlist, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono, my Instagram, which is HollywoodShono's God, and because this is also a tech review video, you're also going to see that there as well, if it's going to be the difference between the 2nd generation iPad or the 3rd generation iPad. Keep in mind, if you don't care about HDR and you're only running in 1080p, the 2nd generation iPad is plenty good. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, kids.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!